Hey, welcome to another episode from the Outdoor Analyst. Today I've got a fun video for you. I have what I almost call this pocket carry part 2 essentially, but I've wanted to do just a quick little review over a knife I haven't seen a lot of reviews over, and that's the Mountaineer 2. And this is honestly a pretty surprising little knife. It fit a niche where I did not think I actually needed. But I found a space for it. Welcome to the justification of the knife world. So this is a cool little knife that I consider basically to be a pocket carry size. It's right on that borderline of being just the right length that you can still fit it in a pair of jeans, and it's a little heavier than I prefer for the size, but honestly, I've actually used this as a briefcase knife. Now, luckily, I am able to now just have a briefcase go with me everywhere I go for work. And this is the beast I keep in there now, and it's just because it's a little bit classy. It's super rugged, and honestly, it's killer for food prep. So I mean, what a win there. This is a 3.5 inch thick, chunky monkey knife that actually is just big enough to get a full 4 finger grip on. And for me, that's really rare with a small knife. As a matter of fact, the only one I've actually been able to do before is the Bark River Ultralight Bushcrafter. I wish I was able to get a full 4 fingers on the Mini Aurora, because the Mini Aurora is one of my favorite knives out there, but it was just, I always was like just a hair off and just never fit right. This has really been surprising that it actually works. Like, you can legitimately do work with this knife. It has a great palm swell. It has a really nice bolster here. Like, I love that. Or guard. It is a killer guard for the size of this knife. It just fits so well in your hand. And I love having this around just in the briefcase. Anytime I need to do anything a little harder that needs a fixed blade, that's it. This is what comes out. Classy, tough. CPM crew wear is insane. It's just souped up 3V in my mind. Rusts a little bit more, but it holds an edge a little bit better, quite a bit better actually, and just about as tough. So super win overall. And this is a 3.5 inch blade. And honestly, if you want to do, this would be a really good hunting knife, to be honest with you. It's a little heavy. This is about, I think, 4.5 ounces. And because of that guard there, or bolster, whatever you want to call it, it's a little heavy. And I think that's also because this is the G10 version. Or, what is this, micarta? No, whatever it is. It's heavy. Kind of forget what it is. But G10 and micarta are actually, G10 is actually pretty weighty when you put it on here. But this thing's got, it's probably at least 5 ounces. And you put that in a sheath, and yeah, you're up to like 6 ounces. And it's about as much as you want to carry in a pocket. Perfect for the bag that I keep it in, honestly, though. But I think I was getting to the point where this would be a really great hunting knife. People look at small knives like this and think, oh, you can't do anything. Honestly, this is a great field dresser. This is the perfect size, like perfect size for whitetails. Honestly, not like you really use a knife that much for squirrels and rabbits, but you can de-pants a squirrel pretty darn fast with this thing, zipped up, and you're good to go. But for whitetail, this would be killer. Honestly, it'd be absolutely amazing. And crew wear is going to be fantastic for edge retention. Obviously, you can do 2 or 3 without even having to strop this thing, which is really nice. And when it happens, trust me, it's really nice to have a knife that you don't have to resharpen in the middle. That's just super annoying. But that's not what I normally carry this for. This is more of my gentleman's carry, as you will. And I'll do some size comparisons here. That's what these are here for. This is the Ultralight Bushcrafter. And size-wise, they are very similar. They're, I think, the exact same, like 3.5 inch blade, same handle length, almost identical in size where you can actually put your hands. You might get a hair bit more room on the ULB, but it's very, very similar. Now, the difference is the ULB is, ultralight bushcrafter. This is super ultralight. This is like, 2 ounces, and this is 4.5. You can definitely tell this weighs twice as much. And it's a chunky monkey too. Very, very thick, very, very thin and slicey. And even though it's a quote-unquote Scandivex, it is insanely slicey because it's super thin. And even though this is actually incredibly thick, it it cuts pretty well too. I was rather surprised. It does split out a little bit on veggies and stuff at work, but not too shabby, honestly. So yeah, there's the size comparison. If you want just something a little bit bigger, this is the Bark River Gunny Hunter, and bumping cameras here, not a lot of space. For size, it's a small knife. Don't be fooled. This is a tiny little thing, but it's also, I have extra large hands. It's as small as I can go and still be comfortable, if that makes sense, which I hope it does. It's a little thicker, I think, than the Gunny as well, the Gunny Hunter. So just know it is not petite by any means, but it is also very, very comfy and very, very nice. Highly recommend this little thing. I normally don't like little knives just because they really are not comfortable to use, but this thing absolutely is. It fits the near awesomeness of the ULB for handle comfort, and shoot, this used to be kind of like one of my go-tos for backpacking and hiking, and this has kind of been more on lines of EDC carry. And yeah, you could definitely take this backpacking, hiking, be a great knife for that. Great little hunting knife. You barely even know you had this on you. It's just that cool, that great. So I just want to do a quick review on it, let people know the size differences and that it really is a useful tool. And I have loved carrying this actually every day for months and months now in the bag. And it's been a lovely little thing to have. And I'll probably take it out into the woods at some point on one of my hunts, probably on a squirrel hunt. We'll end up with this little thing, and yeah, deep pants a squirrel or two when that happens. So anyway, just wanted to give a quick review because there's not a lot of info out there. Hope you had a good time and got a little bit of the idea of what I use it for, how it works for me, and yeah, hope that works for you. All right, we'll catch you on the next one.